Girlfriend cheated on me and my master plan of revenge began. Posted by Safe Durian 3845. If you like these stories and want to see more, please like and subscribe. My girlfriend, 22F, now ex, confessed to me, 24M, that she had been speaking to someone else over Instagram and that she had felt attracted to him but that she was feeling guilty and she regretted it. I frackin' lost my crap. Why? You must be wondering, after all, nothing happened. Well, I have a miraculous ability to spot people's lies, and this crap was the biggest bullcrap ever heard. She was cold since the beginning of the relationship, so feeling guilty for just talking didn't seem like her being too attached to her. I tried to let it go and focus on work, but something was off, and I could still feel it. The paranoia was eating me from the inside out. During the next weeks, we were mutually distant, and she had been surprisingly social, going out with different friends, or so she said, even though she barely had any. This gave me enough to work out that she had told me a half-truth and that she was still doing shady stuff. I still don't understand the reason to have confessed something to just keep on doing it. The relationship was pretty much dead in every aspect, and I had suggested the idea of breaking it up because I saw no point anymore, but she insisted on trying and trying because I had located her a good job, and she was making big progress thanks to my friends. When I realized this was her reason to go on, something clicked inside me. I had been there for her through unimaginable familiar crap, professional frustrations and personal betrayals from her friends. I gave her my all the time. I lived to make her happy. But in reality, she had been living at my expense and leaving me in the dark. Being the fracking idiot that I was, I started plotting my Arctic cold revenge in silence. I contacted a random girl, Jay, that gave me her number some months before these events, but I never got to call due to me being faithful. I explained why I never called, and she was down for it. On the first date, we only flirted, but a kiss from her surprised me at the end. It made me feel awkward and guilty. The very next day, I waited for my girlfriend to get in the shower and opened her messages to snoop around. I discovered what I had suspected for various weeks. She had kept the show going into incredible levels. Going out multiple times a week, sending pictures, sexting very often, and even during time windows in which I was with her, copying and pasting sex-related messages that she sent to me when we met. Even posing for him with clothes my parents gifted her for Christmas. My guilt flew out the window. Somehow I managed to control myself from freaking out and exposing her. This mustered all the courage and blind rage I needed, so that night, I called Jay again and went through with it in the most spectacular anger-driven way I could imagine. For the next 2 months or so, I kept this up, had sex with Jay as much as hard and as often as I could while still being a normal boyfriend. Some days I spent the entire evening fracking Jay just to see my girlfriend at night and frack her some more while I focused on the hate in my head. After that, I usually left out little hints of mistrust towards her just to make her feel anxious and guilty. In the end, I broke things off with my girlfriend, uncovering her lies, but kept my things to myself, so I could keep my moral superiority over hers. She denied it all even after I showed proof. She cried for days about getting back together. This part actually made me feel like it was all for nothing and never really gave me closure. Jay got comfortable around me, but I was far gone into the narrative of this plan. I couldn't even consider going out with anyone at this point, so I had to stop things with her too. In a much less dramatic way, cause she was partly aware of what was going on with me and was mostly in this for the sex some months past, and the girl that my ex most hated, cause she was very popular among common male friends, happened to come work with me. To my surprise, we hooked up, and kind of got close to each other, but not serious. My ex was still bitter over the breakup when she found out and texted me to confirm it. I avoided answering and instead drove to her house to tell her in person and watch her crumble. Edit, all this crap did nothing but mess with my head. Her cheating gave me the anxiety of other people betraying me, but what I did proved that I, too, was a piece of crap like no other. Since the realization of this, my treatment for women and relationships has changed greatly. I would never pull some crap like this again, but at the same time, it had to happen for me to change and see the consequences of letting oneself go with rage and hate. It only leads to pain, not healing. Edit 2. For those feeling bad for Jay, I only chose her as my accomplice because she was in a relationship when she gave me her number, hence was trying to cheat. Basically, I thought I was making justice in more than one name. Nevertheless, I feel bad for her. She didn't deserve being caught in my crap and treated like that. She was the only one smart enough to ghost forever. I welcome your despise with open arms. And now for the top comments. I don't think you should be proud of this, dude. Okay, your ex cheated on you. Break up and move on. Instead, you used an innocent girl and then threw her away like a used napkin. And then, in your last paragraph, you were just petty. Sorry, but you are just as much of an asshole as your ex. I took the time to go through your responses to comments, and not everyone will. Basically, you posted this as a way to tell people what hurt can do to rationality, which is to throw it all out the window. I didn't do my revenge quite as you did, but I did stoop to the revenge level. No, it isn't justified, and yes, it absolutely was the wrong thing. As long as you learn your lesson and never want to repeat it, then, no, you aren't a bad person. You just made a bad judgment call. In life, we are going to make mistakes, and cheating is only considered a mistake if you never do it again. If you are the true assholes who keep doing it, you can't call it a mistake. I'm sorry she broke your heart. Just know she was only a learning relationship. You will find your person when you heal and let her and all she did go. Man, I feel bad for what happened to you. And although there is a moral aspect to your situation which can never be justified, I can tell you are a deep thinker. I urge you not to continue with the revenge architecture because in doing so, you become the same as who you hate. I also heartily wish you the best for your future, relationship and otherwise. And now for our next story. My M25 girlfriend, F24, cheated for 4 months after an open relationship experience. Posted by alert_dig_1380. I recently discovered that the girl with whom I have been since I was 18 has been cheating for the past 4 months with another guy, mainly virtually. This was our first relationship. We did all our first times together. It felt like everything was going in the right direction. We had plans to move in together soon. A few months ago, we had the idea to try something new. Because we both had only known each other since we were teens, we decided to date and have fun with someone else for a short period of time while staying together. The deal was as follows: we would spend a few evenings with the new person, have sex for a given amount of time, and then we would debrief together and share our experiences. So we both found someone. We both spent a nice time with this new person. But after the experience, I told her I wanted to end it, while she said that she could have continued for a while this open relationship but would stop it for me. The thing is, I discovered that she never stopped seeing this guy. For 4 months, she continued having hot chats with this guy, and she sent him nudes. She even saw him twice. I was aware she was seeing him, but she told me that she was not attracted by him, and I trusted her a lot for not doing anything. However, they spent these 2 days cuddling like lovers, kissing and touching each other. Apparently, she gave him a blowjob for a few seconds, but they stopped because she started crying. Now that I found out, by snooping a week ago, she tries everything to get me back. She even blocked the guy from all her social media. She tells me how I am important to her and how much she wants me and not him. I don't know what to do, to be honest. I feel betrayed and humiliated by what happened. My trust in her is broken, and I don't know if it can be repaired. But I am still attached to her, so I have no clue what I can do. What shall I do? And now for the top comments. Now that I found out, by snooping a week ago, she tries everything to get me back. Yep. And if you take her back, she'll contact the dude again when the dust has settled down. 1. Open relationships are effing bad ideas. I don't understand why people keep doing it with all the stories you can read and hear about how it turns to crap. 2. With that being said, you had a clear agreement. She broke it. Is there anything that makes you believe you can trust her not to break any new agreement you make regarding your relationship and state of monogamy? 3. She may not be lying about wanting you, but now that she has had a taste, literally, of another dude, She also wants that. If you read some stories on r/surviving infidelity about those who chose to try to work it out, you'll quickly see a repeating pattern. Almost all who try to spend X years trying to forgive and forget but can't get the pictures out of their head. They end things and wish they hadn't wasted years of a finite life and opportunities they turned down because they tried to save a ruined relationship. What you do is your choice. Personally, I would rather be by myself than stay with such a woman. This is part of the risk of having an open relationship, particularly when neither person has ever sexually been with anyone else. She got opened up, not just physically obviously, but clearly emotionally and mentally. You, on the other hand, did not have the same experience. Perhaps the woman you chose to be with was not as impressive as the man with who she chose to be. That's unfortunate for you. But if you did not anticipate this risk, you were fooling yourself. I think at this point, for your own sanity, you need to break it off with her and let her do her thing. Get over it, and you do your thing. And when I say this, that means be with other women. Date other women, not just have sex with them. You can do this, good luck. You let your girlfriend bang random dudes. What could possibly go wrong? What's your say on this? Do you have a similar story? Comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.